So I just saw a girl that had a little moped thing. It was real cute. That would be the thing to have right now for all this tourist traffic. Probably have 1,000 tickets waiting for you when you put it on the stop, because you're weaving in and out of everything, because you could surely get through. So I had to go get 2 gallons of milk. That store there is usually pretty slow, so it doesn't take too long, but some clown goes in there with a newspaper and a pen, you know, and we're all standing there waiting, because all of a sudden he's decided he's got to go back through all the aisles to get a bunch of other stuff. While the girl's ringing it up. Instead of going, excuse me, why don't these 2 people go ahead and forgot something, you know? But no. They want to just start shopping away while we're all waiting in line. So I had to wait until he got done picking up some bread and some more beer and some other stuff, and just left his cart and his stuff there. And the girl, she could have suspended the transaction, but she didn't. We all just had to stand there and wait. I mean, if you're going to go to the check stand, bail out or check out, you know? Don't stop to do the rest of your grocery shopping while we're all waiting. Oh, that's a big, big truck. So, Doordash has made a whole lot of changes. They will send you these weird orders that they're already stacked. And it comes across the screen and has big numbers on it, you know. And then when you look at it, you got to make sure to look at it, because it will have a bunch of other orders claiming it's real close by and everything. The problem is, I am not a fan of stacked orders, because something always goes wrong with one of those orders, and then it holds up the other order. And I had one way back years ago in Pensacola, and the poor girl was waiting to go to work and just wanted to bring, you know, a meal with her or eat it right before she went to work, which made her late, because they sent me on a military order that was bogus as hell, because these military guys don't understand we cannot deliver on the base. DoorDash does not deliver on the base. And the only ones that do are these guys that have pass access to the base, because they are military or military family. And it's illegal as hell, because you're not supposed to be doing any business like that unless you let them know at the gate that you're bringing something into the base. And then the other option is, if you've gone down there and filled out forms and it takes a few weeks to get approved, and bring all your documentation, your registration, your car insurance, your driver's license, all that junk, and then they put that in to some paperwork into the offices, and then they do all this background check on you, and then they approve you for like 30 days or whatever, and then you can drive in and out doing delivery. But 99.1% of the DoorDash drivers do not have military access to go on a base. DoorDash stopped deliveries to schools last year, because it's just too much problem. And one guy got in trouble, a friend of mine in Tampa that delivers, got in a lot of trouble because he's a real large black man, and was called to deliver on campus, which he'd been there several times, but he was having problems with it. Like this one order, they said they were the teacher, and they were having a class right now, and he was waiting in the parking lot, and nobody ever come, and security's like, what are you doing here? You need to go. And he got in some big trouble and got like fired over that. It was really terrible. Because you know, I think it turned out to be a student, and they were lying. But I've had that garbage too, to these little private daycare stuff, and they're like, well, I'm doing a class right now, and it's like, somebody needs to come out here and get this order. I shouldn't have to be waiting 20 or 30 minutes for you to get done with your class. So, because if you decline it while you're doing the thing, because the timer now is again not working. So Somebody must want to vomit because they opened the door while the car is rolling. If you do the decline thing, when you've already got the food, it's a real problem. But the timer's not as bad, but the timer's not working on the app again. Every time they update and work on the server, because you know it crashed this week really bad, and when it crashes here, it crashes all over. Come on, let's go. If you're gonna vomit or whatever, just pull off the road into one of these businesses so we can go. God, I got to go around. I want to see this big truck let me in. Sure will. Let us go. You take your vomit and go do something with it. You need to pull off at the gas station or something and go take care of whatever is your problem there, because you're grossing me out. But yeah, so the timer's not working on the app right, and there was an update this last week, but it didn't do much of anything. The orders are just flying in the Fort Walton Destin area. I mean, it's every 30 seconds. Even if you accept an order, you got 6 orders coming behind it. There's so many orders, and a lot of that is because they have done a thing this week where it's free delivery, but you know the customer pays all those peak pay fees, you know. If they want to order, it'll tell them right on the app. Okay, so if you want to order right now, it's, you know, an additional $6 peak pay till 8 or whatever it is, and the customer pays for that. So and then the orders are not coming through showing an extra peak pay. It's just one price. So don't be fooled. Don't think that if you got a $4 order, you got a $6 peak pay, that you're going to get, you know, $10 or whatever, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. You're not. You're going to get what it says on that order. Because after you clock out, you get to see all your payments for that shift. And you will see where it says peak pay, and then customer tip, and Doordash pay, and it's all broke down. And so it's part of that now, which to me is kind of better. Oh, you tourists. To me, it's kind of better. I don't know why you were in the fast lane. Now you figured it out. Welcome to Florida from Dothan, Alabama. Rainbow tags does it. She's playing on the phone. Do you believe that? Ay, ay, ay. Trying to kill yourself and other people. Told you. But anyway, so there's a grotesque amount of orders in the area right now, and I mean it's like day and night. Day and night is slammed. And majority of the orders are over $10. I got one yesterday for I think it was $38 to go to Destin, but I was working in Fort Walton, and you can't get into Destin lately. I mean, that's the first time that I've been over this side in a week during the day, because you can only come at night, because the traffic is just bumper to bumper like something out of California on the 405. It is really wicked. Most of it's stupid tourist drivers, honestly, because they play on the phone and then they have car wrecks, and then it's really hard to get people out of the way. In Florida, they want you to pull off the road. They don't want you blocking traffic. But tourists don't know that. So they'll just let it sit right there in the middle of the road. And instead of taking pictures and then pulling off, they'll just sit right in the middle of the road, which blocks all the road. Like this right here is 2 lane. You know, you get a car wreck, it's really hard to get through. You know, because you're not supposed to drive on the sand over here. You're not supposed to drive in the median over here. It's highly illegal. These people that pull their trucks up on the beach, they're so nasty. Freezing that sand, and then people's kids come down here and they eat sand and everything else and poison them. especially when right there at your right, it's $20 a day permit to go to that beach right there, and that's all part of that beach. It belongs to the government, and they don't play. It's not the police anymore. Yeah, you get the feds there. So the rangers, federal law. So the coronavirus check is like the IRS had told me a couple months ago that the next coronavirus check will probably be around August, and that's what it's looking like. They did not lie when I talked to them. But yeah, Doordash the app is all screwballed up. It's still malfunctioning from the crash it had this week. It's just not getting much better. The mileage is absolutely wrong, so you've got to look at the order because the mileage isn't going to be right. Now they're trying to get it figured out after all these years. They're trying to get it on the app now, because I saw a couple of them come up yesterday where it shows where you are at, your mileage to the store, and then your mileage to the customer from the store, and it's all added up. So it's kind of trying to start to work, because that's the bad part. They go through my order, and then you end up driving 5 miles to go to the store because they haven't figured out how to figure that in right. But they're starting to get it going, which is better. But again, you've got to really look at the map and see what it looks like. If it looks like it's, the proper mileage, then great. If it doesn't, well, don't take it. Because I got screwballed on one the other day that looked like it was okay, and it said like 3 miles. That son of a gun was 12 miles. And it was like a $12.75 order. That was a ripoff. So you gotta watch. But I don't think they're allowed to give bad ratings now at all. Because there's some orders that pissed me off that I was sure they were going to rate me bad. Restaurants giving me cold damn food and warm drinks and stuff like that, even though I carry a bunch of ice packs and that. If you're on a short drive, it's just not going to get it ice cold like you should be able to hand it to them. You have to think about this, like if you were ordering the food, how would you like it? And what if you just moved in a brand new place, or you're in a hotel, you have no way to, make that drink cold right away. So a lot of the hotels don't even have ice machines anymore, or you have to buy the ice. I was in one in Panama, Sandpiper, and you have to buy the ice from the ice machine for like $1.50 for a little tiny plastic bucket of ice. Yeah, like 1.5 cups. Look at all the people waiting to go to Destin. I don't know how I made it. It's sort of like my baby sister. When I say, well, how do you know which way to go, with the traffic? I mean, you got to figure it out, the 405 or the back streets. She says, well, we just kind of flip a coin. I used to know how to get off the expressway and go down the back roads and cut across everything, no problem. But apparently it's bad all over back home. But yeah, the orders are just unreal. Beyond belief. Order after order after order. And they try so hard to stack. They'll send me this thing. They want to stack this order that goes from Chili's for $4. And it's like, are you kidding? No. And then they'll keep sending me a bunch of them, $4 and $6. It's like, you gotta be joking. I'm not even turning the key to my car for $4. It's not happening. That sucker gotta be 10 or more. And there's lots of them. And again, I'm not a big fan of stacked orders. I hate them. I had one yesterday. I took 2 orders that stacked, one right after another, because they were real good and the restaurants were next to each other. But the problem is the directions for each house was way far from each other. And I would have made like $36 in less than an hour, and it didn't work out that way, of course, because the houses were two different directions and one order was a problem. And it's like that all the time, and it's not worth that. It was like military man. Second time he's ordered, and I've picked up his order, and it didn't work out because we can't get in the base. And then he says, okay, I'll drive to the gate this time, at front gate. I said, no, I'm not going all the way around front gate. It would take me another 25 minutes to get there. I said, I am at the back gate because that's where my GPS took me. Because for some reason you keep thinking that it delivers to the base. We don't. And he's like, okay, so I'm waiting like 20 minutes. They want to about arrest me because I'm hanging out there by the gate. And I have no access, and they want me to leave. And Doordash, there's no way to put a timer on the order. Doordash is dancing around with it. And I'm like, can you call them, do something? Because some of the reps are really fast. They just go, well, we didn't get an answer, so the order's canceled, fix yours. But this girl took forever. It was like I could not get out of this order. So, she finally decided, well, she says, okay, so I'm going to cancel it. I'm like, God, I hope it's soon. Because I'm losing so much money from not being able to get rid of this order. And they wouldn't even let me leave it at the base gate. Because, you know, the military doesn't like packages. So, of course, you can't leave it at the base gate. This DoorDash was like, well, you got to leave it somewhere. I said, well, this place is in the woods. And two, you can't leave packages at a base gate. That's not cool. This is government property. They don't play. Somebody could be leaving a bomb there and go, yeah, Pizza Man delivers and have a bomb in there, you know? And blow up our base. So, that's why they don't do that. But, yeah, it's definitely a barrel full of monkeys. So, hope you have a good DoorDash week. DoorDash on. Make sure to get those ratings up. It's easier now. And there's tons of work out there this week. That's for sure. Talk to you later. You have a great one.